Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to uh, Elder Scrolls Online. It's a pretty old game now. It's a phenomenal game. Like, don't let anyone tell you that. It's won multiple awards. 2015 Best MMORPG. So this video is going to show some of you guys. A lot of people who get into this game when they first start, they don't know what to do because there's so many DLCs now that it's hard to know where to first go when you first spawn as like a first, because there's so many quest markers, so many things to do. I'm gonna see if I can help you guys, point you guys the correct way, some ways to help you as you start. So when you first start, you have your character. This is the first turn you start to, and you're gonna pick your alliance. That's pretty much like your faction. We got Daggerfall, which is Britons, Orcs, Redguard. Then you got the Dominion, Aldemary Dominion, whatever, I don't know how to say it. You got the High Elves, Wood Elves, Khajiits, and then you got the Ebony Architect. It's pretty loud. Okay, hope you can hear me a little better. And the Heart Pact. These are your Argonians, Dark Elves, and Nords. Now, if you click on each class, it says what their special abilities are. Kind of like the old games, you know, like Wood Elves are better at stealth, and Argonians are better at, you know, restoration, poison resistance, stuff like that. So I'm just gonna pick a random character. Oh, and if you have the Imperial Edition, or you get the DLC, you can actually click an Imperial race, which just gives you bonuses and stamina, health, and all that. But it's cool though because you can pick what covenant you want. See these, like if I want to be an Argonian, I can't be, because it's gonna make it switch. We've got Imperial. You can do either one. So I'm just gonna pick this. This is my guy. I'm not gonna go through it. If you want to, you can click on. Shows you what the higher level gear looks like, what your body looks like. Okay, so once I do that, and then here's where you actually pick your class. You got Templars, Dragon Knights, which is sort of tank, or at first glance you think it's a tank. You got Sorcerers, Night Blades, which are like stealth assassins, the Templars, which are paladins. Now, at first, these classes are good. They're pretty basic. Like, you know, Templar, they're more like healers with tankiness. These are just tanks in general. These are like sorcerers, damage dealers. But when you actually get further into the game and you start playing around with abilities, each class can actually do different things. Like a sorcerer can actually be a really good tank. You know, something like that. These can be good tanks. Templars can also be good tanks. Stuff like that. Like, they're not just class specific. So I mean, you can be a Dragon Knight and be a sorcerer if you want to. I don't recommend it, but yeah. So I'm just gonna click Dragon Knight just for the sake of this video. Then you go to your body. So it's really cool. It has a lot of alternings to your body. You know, like torso size. They make it really small, really big. Stuff like that. Like they go pretty far in depth. So we're just going to randomize. And randomize them. Yeah, I got a battle muck. Okay. You can also get your face, and this is the same way. I mean, look at all the stuff you can change. Come on, guys. Wow, I ain't got stuff on this. Okay, anyway, create this. Now, I'm not gonna play the playthrough. I'm in the Wailing Prison. That's really basic. It'll actually tell you how to do it. So, I mean, this is pretty simple. It's gonna tell you how to get through it, just like any other Elder Scrolls. But after this part is where people start getting lost. So I'm gonna skip it. Okay. Now, when you first spawn, each spawn location is different because you class you pick. These are add-ons. This mini map. If you want to know how I can get what I use to get that, you know, see all these add-on tabs. Anyway, just let me know and I'll probably make a video about it. So, guys, so when you first spawn, this is your character tab. It's going to give you, each tab is going to give you like a little FYI thing. So 3 stats: Magicka, health, and stamina. So health gives you HP. If you scroll up, it actually tells you what it does. So let's say I'm making a magic build. The more magic I have, the actually more damage my magic's gonna do. Same with stamina. If you're more stamina based spells and stuff, the more damage you're gonna do. And here's just your, each point. See how I add, and your recoveries, and your spell crits, stuff like that. I mean, if you play MMORPGs, you should know what these mean. So I'm just gonna do all that. That's fine. And you hit E, and it's gonna take you straight to skills. And skills, this is where you actually pick what you're gonna use. See, I'm not gonna go into huge depth about this. This is just what to do when you first start. But each, like Templar, Sorcerer, class has 3 different skill trees. They're just a little different. See, for this one, Earthen Heart, this is more of buffs. See, like you have multiple weapons, it just buffs your weapons for a certain amount of time. Shield, these are more your shields, because this is a Dragon Knight. And then power, each of them do different things. This is actually more your buffs. Not bad. And this is more your DPS one, because fire and grip, you can pull someone towards you. I'll get that. And then I'll just get this to show you what it does. Stuff like that. And then if you actually go to weapons, whatever weapons you use, it actually scales the same way. So, and all these weapons are all the same through every single class. So these won't change. Unless there's passives down here. Those are actually really handy. And then your armor is the same way. These don't change through classes either. They're always the same. These are just passives. But some of them are really good, like increases your spell resistance and physical resistance for each heavy armor equipped. And then your world, you can actually get more of these once you discover more things. Like say I do this and I discover the Mage Guild, it'll go here. The Fires Guild will go here. Undaunted, I'll get in that later. And then the new DLC is the Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild. Mostly they're just passives, but sometimes they're a little different. Like the Mage Guilds, Fire Guilds, and Undaunted are more skills, not passives. And then there's also, you can be a werewolf if you get bit by one, and a vampire if you get bit by one, or you purchase it through the Crown Store up here. And those are actually pretty nifty too, if you want to get into that. I'll go into that later. And then racial, this goes by what race you are. I'm Imperial, so. And then crafts. The higher crafting and stuff you are, the better perks you can get. Okay, so this is where you first spawn. You search through here. There's usually nothing good, and also in this game, when you first start, you're always gonna get Sildurn. Always has this stuff in it. It's pretty basic. Some better than nothing type thing. When you use any kind of foods, it increases one of your stats by something. So like this one increases your max health for 35 minutes. Now you can't stack those. Like I can't eat bread, increase my health, and eat like a veggie type food, which will increase your stamina. They'll just go to whichever one you ate last. So you can't stack these, which sucks. And then same with and then for drinks, that increases your recoveries times, and they also do not stack. So go ahead and eat this. You can see my health bar get a little bigger, and then yeah. So for this specific place or whatever I picked, okay. When you first spawn, there's usually a person. Someone usually come talk to you, but usually the first mark you see up here on your top. You go in here, talk to him, and he will take you to he'll just give you the starting main quest. That's all he'll do. You can either do it or whatever. Now, what I like to do, I usually skip the first quest. I don't like doing those. They're pretty basic, pretty boring. And also, your map won't look like this. I have add-ons that tells me where a lot of stuff is. This is the starting area. So,
get away from me.
The fastest way to level in this game through whenever, you can either skip that main quest, which you don't have to do because it'll just complete this whole tutorial island. If you go around, you see these little towers. These towers. towers here. But anyway, you're on these towers. There's usually a quest around here about saving somebody, helping a town or something. You can literally just jump to those, and that's the fastest way to level. Also discovering these, and these are sky shards. Every time you collect 3, you get a level point. But again, you won't see these on your map. These are an add-on I have. So, and these are way shrine. So that's usually the best way to do it. See, like if I go here, these show all my lore books too. Every time you read one of these books, you get a upgrade through EXP to the Mage's Guild, which you won't get that until you actually discover the Mage's Guild. So, and then after you, this is a bad example. Here, let me go to a different account that actually has other map icons to show you guys what I'm talking about. Now this is the way I do it. You can do the main quest, but the fastest, I mean you can do the starting quest, but the fastest way to level in this game is do the main storyline, which is the one through the Prophet. He'll show up every 5 or 10 levels. He'll appear next to you until you come to the Harbor, so you won't ever miss it. And then do the Mage's Guild, Undaunted's quest, and Fighter's Guild. Those are the 3 fastest ways. You don't have to do every single side quest you see, because that would take forever, and it's just not worth your time. Unless you like the game, then you go do every quest you want. There might be an achievement for that. I do not know. Okay, now this guy. Okay, now I'm just gonna show you through my map. Okay. This is my map. Okay. Now, the fastest way levels is this way. When you look at your map, now you won't have the add-on, but I really recommend getting an add-on to make this a lot easier so you actually see where things are, so you're just not wandering around. Okay. You gotta understand the map to level fast. Besides the main quests and stuff, there are these. The skull with swords bound. These are world bosses. Now they're very hard to do alone around that level. So if you're lucky, you can get a group of people to do it, and if you usually do it, you get a lot of XP for it. So that's one way to do it. Now these houses are kind of like the towers I showed you. You go to these, help somebody. It's usually pretty simple, and you get XP for that. Then you make sure you always get the way shrines. And these little torches are solo dungeons. They're not really hard at all. They're just run through, kill the main guy, and there's usually a sky shard in there. And you level really quick from doing that. And you also get a completed achievement for doing each one. So, and then these little guys. These are very important. These are dominions. They're like they live in portals that chain down to the earth. And it's a group random. There's a timer on it. I think it's like 10 to 12 minutes every time they spawn. And once you do it, you constantly do it, but once you do it the first time, you get a lot of experience. So the fastest way, the way I do it, leveling wise, is homesteads, world bosses, solo dungeons. These are, I count these as homesteads too, these little tower guys, and dominions. But also discover, and once you have the add-on, you might as well just discover all this stuff too. It gives you a little XP. And then once you're high enough level, you can do dungeons, and these give a lot of XP. And then you also for Undaunted quests. So you can either, once you get like level 11 or something like that, that's when you usually start doing these. It's usually a tank, healer, and 3 DPSs. It's group 5. You can either get lucky and get it in a chat, but there's this little nifty little guy up here. Go to groups, dungeon finder, and you just join the queue. You select what role you're going to be, and you can either do a specific or random. And usually you get daily rewards for this. Like once you log in, you might as well do this daily. See, like if I do this right now, I'm gonna get the XP of the dungeon on top of 51,000 XP and a supplies kit. Now, once you do it once a day, it drops down to a green level, which is only like 15,000 XP, something else. But you might as well do this. It's way better. So that is the fastest way to levels in this game. Sorry, I think anything else I didn't cover. We have the equipment tab. This just shows you what you have equipped in. Pretty basic. You know, your stats like max HP, stuff like that. Your bag's also here. These are actually tabbed. Apparel, weapon, potion, materials, stuff like that. And your character. This shows your actual effects like buffs. Your stats. This is what I was talking about your world. So you have this magic. Here's your guild once you discover them. Here's your journal. This is kind of like WoW. It just tells you more about the quest. You can click whichever one you want active. It'll show you on the map. It also divides it by areas. Here's your collections. If you buy like cosmetics like I have right here, they go in your appearance. You can just equip them. Here. Same with assistants. These are pretty cool. These are just helpers. Mementos. You get these through stuff like completing pretty cool quests. And here's your mounts tab. Shows you what mounts I have. Then your pets. Then here's all your DLCs. Which if you are a member, I really recommend it. It's only $15 a month. So if you're gonna play this over WoW or something, it's really worth it. Because then you get the DLCs for free when they come out. If not, right now all this stuff right here is probably about $100. So it's totally worth the buck. So you go your map. Here's your map. You know, right click to go in, left click to go out. And in your groups, I already showed you guys this. Alliance War. Once you're level 10, you can actually join this. This is a PvP area. You don't lose anything when you die. I'll get into a different video about that. It's pretty nifty. I mean, yeah, probably the best PvP out on the market for MMORPGs. Then your friends. I don't have friends. Your ignored friends. Your guilds. I had a guild, but it died. And then here's Alliance War. This is also part of the PvP. I'll have to show you that later. Then your mail. Yeah, just get you buy something out of a shop stuff. Notifications and help. This is just in case you guys don't forget something. You get customer support, promotions. So there's that, and also the crown store. If you can either buy crowns or become a member. If you're a member, you get like 1,500 every month, I think, or 2,000. I can't remember. Or you can of course buy them. This isn't really a pay-to-win game, but these are pretty cool. You can buy these. So you buy this little book, or you can buy them in the auction houses to create a different style on top. You don't lose your old style; it just stacks. Like I can know Imperial style and also Covenant style. I just gotta get the right materials. And then plus, this is what you get when you're a plus. You get DLCs. The only thing really bonus about it is if you get 10% experience. That's about it. You get upgrades. There's just a lot of utility-like stuff in here you can get. A lot of stuff like backspace you can actually buy just in person. Like I hear there's actually people. Same with the writing lessons. But you don't really have to do that. Utilities. This just gives you like potions, experience scrolls. And here's where you get all your. Usually these come in packs, so you can buy that and get 3 items. And crafting. Mounts. And pets. So. Alright guys, that about wraps it up. So just when you first start, you can either do the beginner's quest, or you can just do what I did and skip around a lot of that. Just do what I said. It's probably the fastest way to level this game if you're just trying to get the end game. But if you actually enjoy the game, you can go ahead and do everything. If you have any questions about where I got these add-ons, just shoot me a comment or something. I'll make a video about it, how to get it and how to use it. It's pretty simple, guys. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.